So hey guys, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video podcast edition. So by the title, we're going to be talking about what really happened to beauty influencers. As we all know, YouTube has seen a plethora of eras over the years. At one point, it started off as being a huge hub for commentary videos and gaming. Then the beauty influencers came in, then it turned into blogging, family channels, and then social commentary has taken over in recent years, in my opinion. I think being a commentator slash podcaster is what is really in on YouTube right now. And if you're looking to start a YouTube channel, I definitely think it's a good route to go. You don't need any fancy equipment. You don't always have to be on camera. And people always want to know what's going on and how people feel about it. But one aspect of YouTube's history is beauty influencing. And I think beauty influencing had a huge chokehold on everybody from about 2012 to 2017. Although it's still obviously active today, we've seen so many influencers come and go over the past few years. I myself even really started off as a beauty channel. I know some people don't know that, but if you look at my channel and go back to my very first videos that are from 2014 and 2015, I did a lot of hair reviews, makeup tutorials, and fashion related content. Now, about 4 years ago, I did do a huge cleanse on my channel and deleted a lot of videos. I wish I would have just put them on private, but you can still see that I was a little bit more of a beauty influencer at the very beginning. And my shift came because I always wanted to do advice and girl talk and social commentary, and I'm a very talkative person. I love talking, okay? And social commentary was up and coming, and I hopped on it pretty much when it was early and have been consistent and have been pretty successful. But I think beauty influencing has seen the biggest drastic change on YouTube since its start, and I wanted to unpack it a little bit. So I've broken this video down into 3 main talking points, so let's get right into this video. So point number 1 is the history. So just touching on the history of beauty influencing, from the beginning, the average female YouTube user was doing something beauty related. Whether it was makeup and hair tutorials, fashion hauls, that was the thing for girls to do when they got on YouTube. Like I said, gaming and comedy were a part of the early ages of YouTube, and that was more of like a man thing, but the beauty world was definitely for the girls, okay? And I think this really allowed consumers to capitalize off of being a consumer. Many of us were spending our hard-earned money on beauty products and showcasing a different form of promotion and giving honest reviews. At the beginning, everything was really authentic and honest because there was nothing motivating people to speak highly about a brand. I know back then people used to immediately get on YouTube to see if the new MAC lipstick was worth it or if the newest facial cleanser actually did what it was supposed to do. So for years, beauty influencing grew and YouTube really became a reputable platform for us women to express our interest in beauty, find ideas and inspiration, as well as share tips and teach. Beauty tutorials were really in vogue, and I pretty much learned how to do hair and makeup through YouTube. Like literally everything I can do is because of YouTube. So before, when you really had to read a magazine to learn how, or just do trial and error, or full-blown go to beauty school, YouTube became a teaching tool for many young women and teens to learn how to look trendy with makeup, hair, and fashion. As time went on and people started to pay more attention to these beauty gurus, along came events and opportunities that these pretty much average everyday women were rewarded with due to their platform. I'm not sure if BeautyCon is still a thing, but I remember looking forward to watching BeautyCon vlogs because I loved seeing all of my favorite fashion, makeup, and hair gurus meet up and attend the same event. I remember high school me always wanted to go but never did. So beauty influencers were the creme of the crop on YouTube, and their reign of promoting products and trying new trends and dominating the digital world was definitely a thing. I think all of them, whether they're still active or not, are iconic in the history of YouTube because they created an aspect of the beauty world that has remained relevant to this day. So point number 2 is what changed, and this is pretty much the biggest meat and potatoes of this entire video. So I think the era of the idea of beauty gurus can be considered a rise and fall. They had a rise, a climax, and then an abrupt fall that left many people tumbling into obscurity and very few remaining at the top. And I think there are several things that caused this to happen. Number 1, money. Beauty gurus became the pinnacle poster child for advertising every single beauty item there is, from makeup to hair accessories to hair tools to nails, hair extensions, health and skincare products. They became the go-to face to get your company in front of an audience of thousands or even millions of people. And money runs the world, but as we all know, it can definitely be the root of evil. And I'm not discrediting every beauty influencer, even the ones that are in the thumbnail. I still love them and they were all a part of my favorites and still watch some of them. But I definitely think being paid to promote any type of product, even outside the beauty industry, weakens and diminishes the integrity and the honesty of said industry. Furthermore, this whole notion of being paid to promote and the whole money behind it kind of puts them on a tightrope that they can easily fall off of when it comes to promoting products when they they know they're getting a hefty check. We definitely saw beauty influencers promoting products that were either trash or them not being honest that they were being paid to do these reviews of these products. And if you remember, a few years ago, there was a law that was passed that if you are promoting a product on Instagram or social media of any sort, you have to indicate that your content is considered paid advertisement. YouTube even has this option. And this was because so many consumers were listening to their favorite YouTuber or their favorite Instagram girl and purchasing items that either did not do what they said they were going to do or were just not good quality, or even worse, causing complications within the user. So beauty influencers weren't always honest from the start, and I don't necessarily think that they had to be in regards to letting people know that they were being paid to promote. I mean, being paid to promote anything has been around long before YouTube was even a thing, but because it was new and on a digital platform, us as consumers didn't look too deeply into it until it became obvious, and these beauty influencers just considered that a transactional relationship with these big companies. The second reason that I wanted to touch on was the shift of what it means to be in vogue, or what it means to be beautiful, or what exactly is trending. We are in a microwave society right now, so basically everything on Instagram looks the same. We see the same makeup looks, the same girls, everybody has the same exact face. It's like the same lip injections where the pout is just stuck on your face, with the small button nose, with the eyes that are kind of like thread lifted or diamond shaped, with the big lashes and the lace fronts, and everybody's wearing designer down to the socks. Like, designer purses are really a trend right now, like they've always been, but now more than ever. And I think because we have now conformed into this one ideology of beauty, the previous individuality of a beauty influencer kind of got eradicated. I mean, how can you influence beauty when everybody just wants to be one thing? So I definitely think it affected them, because the more and more beauty became the featured topic for a young woman's life, I mean, it always was, but it definitely went up over the years. It kind of made beauty influencers conform into one thing. People weren't able to create all of these different looks, especially with things changing. Like, we don't really do big eyeshadow looks anymore like we did back in 2012 and 13. People don't really try all of these different makeup products because we're all doing the same thing. So it definitely hurt the industry, and a lot of those girls just forced to conform to that because they were true beauty influencers. They really loved makeup and hair and just being creative when it came to beauty. Now, the third reason why I think things changed is because people got tired of certain types of products. I always say that there's only so many tutorials I can watch about a certain product, a certain beauty technique, or whatever. I think between the years 2014 and 2017, having a beauty product attached to an influencer or celebrity was a huge deal. Kylie Jenner had just come out with her lip kits around that time. I remember Morphe was really big on their brushes. ColourPop was really popular for the liquid matte lipsticks. The Naked brand eyeshadow palettes were all the rave. And the traditional beauty companies that once were now getting sold out or out promoted or just overshadowed by all of the different companies that had started around that time. We now have so many new makeup and beauty brands that when I walk into Sephora or Ulta now, it's like a kid in a candy store. So MAC, Estee Lauder, Lancome, Mary Kay, all of those traditional beauty brands kind of fell off, and the beauty influencers as well as celebrities and big influencers took over. And then after a while, people just kind of got overwhelmed with the amount of choices, the amount of options, and the amount of copycat products that people were making. It was like everybody had a liquid lipstick in their collection. Everybody had a certain type of eyeshadow palette. Everybody was coming out with their own set of brushes. Let's not forget the mink lash wave where everybody was selling lashes, and low-key still is. People got tired of it. The beauty supply store plunged because we were so obsessed with what the beauty influencers were telling us to buy until we kind of realized we were all being hypnotized, and then we returned back to the old reliable things that we once knew were so much better. I still go to the beauty supply store for lashes. I still buy all of my makeup at the beauty supply store except for foundation. That's just like my one thing that I feel like I have to spend good money on foundation. So things were changing that made consumers and viewers of beauty channels eventually realize that we didn't really need all of these different products, and the outcome to that was that beauty influencers not really having anything else to tell us. There's only so many times you can show me how to do a cut crease. There's only so many liquid lipsticks that I need at once. There's only so many face creams that I'm going to apply on my skin. All in all, I think that what happened is that people found their holy grail products, which we all know less is more, and we shifted into sticking with cheaper items that are basic but work, versus the hype of having all of these different products that we were only buying because our favorite beauty guru was telling us to use their code to get it. Now, my third and final point is, where is the beauty influencer, beauty guru on YouTube and other platforms? Where is it going? I think the beauty guru phase has really come and gone. A lot of people ask me about YouTube, and they ask me for tips on starting a YouTube channel. And it's always, well, I want to do hair and makeup. And I don't ever and will never discourage anybody from what they really want to do. But I don't think some people realize or understand the politics of YouTube and really reading the room. Beauty influencing is not a hot topic at this moment. If you look at most of the beauty influencers that you used to watch, if they're still active, their views are nowhere near the same that it was 5 years ago. I think a lot of those who have survived the beauty guru Black Plague are the ones who were always genuine, always honest, and actually likable. Now, I will say that there are big problematic beauty influencers such as Jeffree Star and James Charles and Nikita Dragon, but the genuine ones that we still see to this day have been able to keep their platforms because they actually worked at their craft and they moved with the time. That means they increased their quality, they were honest, and they weren't always just trying to sell you products, and they also adapted to being a brand themselves. Our favorite Auntie Jackie Aina has done collaborations with Too Faced and also has her own brands, and I think that's what the future of beauty influencing is. The face of beauty is no longer just these big white-owned companies that nobody knows who the CEO is or what they look like, but you're buying the products from MAC and Maybelline. The future of beauty influencing is the average, relatable woman who has tangibility and fits the time. Diversity and inclusion is a hot topic right now, so somebody like Rihanna and her Fenty Beauty line became successful because they didn't remain traditional. They adapted with the time. I also think some channels fell off because they allowed their success of their channel to affect their brands and didn't keep it within the business. Some people started doing crazy couples channels on the same platform where they had people who genuinely were interested in what they're known for, which is makeup tutorials, and some people even quit in the middle of their success and then tried to come back, and unfortunately, most of their fans have moved on. Our attention spans are really little, so the future of beauty influencing is making sure your face and your brands and your channel is seen on different platforms. YouTube is tricky because it is a hit or miss, but a lot of beauty influencers have used and continue to use Instagram to also showcase that they're not just makeup, but they're also lifestyle, and they're also luxury, and they're also aware of what's going on in society. Beauty influencers to me are kind of a thing of the past, and I think their rise and fall has been really interesting because you see how many never made it into the level of success where they are a well-known name that is respected in the beauty world. But you also see the ones who have remained popular and kept going and have made a name for themselves because they've adapted into really being what a beauty influencer should be, which is honest, trendy, and respectable in the craft of the beauty world. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please leave your commentary on my commentary down below. I would love to know what you guys think. Don't forget to stream my new song Ballin'. It is out now on all platforms. I really want y'all to go run it up. I will pin all of the information down below. And don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.
My drip is so much they had to get a couple ponchos. Now I'm getting chips and they nacho. I'm a time for pockets full. I'm -6, no Toronto. I knock you down like dominoes, then dip on y'all like bombing. I'm the 1-1, I'm too much. Trifecta, I'm 3 much. Full play, eat a nigga up like it's free lunch. Toupee, I stay on your head like a weave on. NMP, the whole city gonna know what we on. They do what I say, but my name is not Simon. Fly like an eagle, Jason Peters, I'm the lineman. On fire like the Amazon, but I ain't in my prime yet. On fire like the Amazon, but I ain't in my prime. And now I'm